you're gonna get screenshotted.
I had
We are
I
live,
wonder how
baby.
much.
We're live.
Welcome to the week 16. It's gone real fast. Week 16 NFL kickoff show. I was gonna say podcast. I am awaiting you to make fun of me, but that is a great sassy. I can't take these screenshots, bro. I cannot take these
Nah,
screenshots. I
you
can't be
gonna
left like this.
you
Is it
gonna
like
get
this
you
on
gonna get hit.
is it like this on Facebook too?
I don't know. I'm not logged into Facebook. I only see what I see in front of me, and what I see in
Let's see
front
if
of
it's
me
jumping on Facebook.
is some
As
strange,
always, folks, having technical
strange.
difficulties. If you
No, no,
want
no, no,
credit
no,
for
no, 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 no. Let's
becoming an all
not
star,
say don't blame this on like when you say we are having technical
10
difficulties.
years younger, baby. That's right. That's right. I feel like I look older,
Richard,
actually.
Richard, this man look
I'm
like
not gonna be. I'm not gonna be fine. You can make fun of me, but you're not gonna make fun of me frozen.
oh man,
We can
this
make
is
fun of me.
hilarious.
Go ahead, get your stuff out. Get it
No
out.
man, I don't even know what to say. Like I don't even know what to say.
Shut the fuck up.
Why would you
It's
do
fun.
this? Why would you?
I want
Why would
something
you?
different. Why
You
can't I
wanted
have something
something
different?
different, bro. You gotta let it go, man. You never gonna get it back. You
I
you
can
got
do it
beat.
hair.
You got beaten that race and just shaved all your hair off and stuff. You probably changed your diet and everything. What's going on, bro? You want
I
to
wear
talk
a new
about it?
year, new me. Do you see what Justin Jefferson is wearing right now? He's
No.
wearing
What
like
is
a
he wearing?
jacket and just like man cleavage or something.
Oh
I don't
God.
know, man. I can't take this, man. I can't take this. I can't. I'm gonna do the coward way. Let's see how they do. Let's see how the people do. Anything from yesterday you want to talk about?
No, I mean the Steelers. Like I'm not praising them. I mean they bounced back, but it was against a division opponent, and that's kind of the spot that you expect them to bounce back on. So that would be the only thing I would say. I don't think anybody was super shocked. There might, I mean, well, I lied. The public might have been shocked, but like gamblers and things like that, they're not that shocked. And I guess the only other thing I would say is if you're wondering about why it's like my camera's not that clear, I'm at work. We don't have the best webcam, so just making do with what I got. But I will be fixing that. Also, I'm happy to announce that we're going to move Ronald. He's no longer Ronnie or RC. We're going to move him out of the country and put him somewhere where his internet isn't as choppy, so we can get him up to date, man. So I have offered the ESPN studio, but he won't be actually in the studio. He'll just be filming from my office, and I'll be in studio. But we'll try to get you guys better stuff next year, and then go from there. He's calling me now. I don't understand why he's calling me. I'm assuming it's because his internet dropped, which means that I will be doing this on my own. Let's see. I'm telling you, man, I'm not. This is not what I envisioned as far as like the technical difficulties. Your device isn't connected, buddy. He doesn't have his webcam connected, so it won't let him on. So we will work on that. In the meantime, if you are looking for plays today, I would say today is a risk-taking day. Do not be gun shy, especially on props. If you're looking at any kind of big-time props, I would say let it fly. I'm with you, Richard. Like, I mean, I don't have too many issues with my internet either. There you go. There you go. He's back. There you go. You
Man,
back,
get out
bro?
my face, man.
It's all good. Hey, look, if you want to just go without the
Yeah,
camera,
that's
as
what I
long
was
as
trying to do.
yeah,
That's what I was trying to do.
as long as your
That's what I was
voice is
trying to
clear,
do.
as
Can you
long
hear
as your
me?
voice is clear, I can hear you.
All right,
I
let's
can
get
hear you.
started. This
Let's
is.
go.
He said my internet's perfect. That's because you in the Gambino crime family. I guess it is.
He with the DeVitos, man. All my DeVitos.
They pay their agent. They pay their agent to to do things. All
I'm gonna leave
right, let's
Richard alone.
let's get started. Lions and the Vikings. A lot of money. I think I saw over 80% of the money is coming in on the Lions. The Lions redeemed
What?
themselves, blowing
Hold
out. Who
on.
they?
80% of the money is coming in on the Lions?
Yeah,
Well, the line doesn't reflect that. And
maybe they know and they're not moving
the
it.
last I saw on it just went
I,
back up to 3. But
I thought I read that,
I
but
so I've been following this on
maybe that was the. I swear I saw it, but they did a segment on ESPN, all the over bet games.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe they're going by ESPN bets or something. I was
Yeah, yeah.
market
I
wise.
forgot ESPN bets is
Okay.
in the what do you call it now? In
No, listen.
circulation or whatever you want to
This
call it.
I never say these things, but I need to let people know, all 3 people listening, don't use ESPN bets. Don't use it. I'm telling you, as a gambler, don't use it. These people got some funky rules, man. Like apparently parlays, if you push on one, it voids the parlay. What?
Yeah, they're not gamblers or degenerates. They're just
Nah. Read the fine
it's hard to
print.
trust them.
But yeah,
So
where Team
anyway,
Me hit? Where Team Me
how
hit?
do
This
you
isn't.
how do you see it playing out?
What are you talking about? There's nothing to discuss. It's Team Me hit. We back, baby. We
Oh
took our
God.
couple week breaks, you know what I'm saying? We blew out the Broncos last week with the cover. We back to cover, and this is nothing, man. Give me the Lions by at least 8.
The only thing it seems so easy.
My man, Drew.
That's the problem. Who do they have starting today?
Who? The
Minnesota.
Viking? Tricky Nicky, Nick Mullins.
Oh God. See,
They
and some
stand
of the
with
things
them.
about these backup quarterbacks, you like instantly want to go against them, but then like the first or second start, it seems like they always show up and the team wins for some reason. I don't know, but it's kind of like the coach thing where it seems like they're competitive. It just seems like automatic play that's too easy. It's almost like a square play but it's not his first game, but it just seems like a square play to just go against them, you know?
Well, the thing with this game is I'm fading Tricky Nicky because I feel like he's gonna turn the ball over, and that's what makes me afraid. Like we're talking about a 3 point spread. Like literally, that's a turnover. Like you got to have a clean. If you're not the better team, you have to play a clean game to cover the spread. So I mean, it's a possibility he could play a clean game. It just doesn't happen often. I took the Vikings last week to cover against the Bengals, and they pushed. So I mean, this is just a healthy Lions, motivated Lions, coming in on a hot streak, looking to whip up on the team that should be reeling. They're 7-7, but it's the 7 ugliest wins in the NFL.
I definitely agree with that. Um, yeah, I mean the Lions with the three seems it like just seems so obvious, but I do think the Lions are back. I think they're back to running. They kind of got Gibbs involved last game a little bit, so I'm going with the Lions, but it just seems like a trap game. And the
Well,
Vikings, this is why it feels like that. The Vikings have covered the last 5 straight games as an underdog, 5-1-1.
yeah, well, I will tell you this. When we talk about syndicate betting, typically what happens when a line is funny looking, they bet it down to a certain number, and then when they get that number, they hammer that number and get it back to where the line was. The fact
Mm,
that like when I checked it earlier and it was at 2.5, I was like, "What? That is weird." I would think it would go 3.5, and now it's back up to 3. If this is a 3.5 spread by kickoff, I wouldn't be shocked. Like I feel like somebody messing with the line, man. Like if anything, if you're late to the game on this one, just don't play it because to me that just kind of indicates something strange is going to happen. I think 2.5 is the perfect number for the Lions because if they win, they're going to win by at least a field goal. That 3, man, you might be looking at a push. So I would just err on the side of caution. The NFL isn't necessarily rigged. A lot of times it's just about where you get in as far as your number.
all right, so we both have Detroit here. Well, give me the Vikings to cover. Hit
Oh,
it.
bro, you
Um,
you whack. Team me here.
Give me the Vikings to cover. All right, Colts at the Lions. I mean, at the Lions at the Falcons. We know it's a different team, home or away, especially the Falcons. But the Colts, I don't know. They like I still every week I say how are the Colts 8-6? Or how are the Colts 7-6 or whatever? And but at home here, Falcons favorite by 2.5, might have moved. I I I like the Falcons. I don't think, and of course, every week, not every week, but most weeks, when B. John is not involved, and he almost hurt me my first round of the playoffs. When he's not involved, they usually kind of feed him the ball because the guy responds to the criticism. So I like the Falcons here.
Bruh. Why do we keep switching quarterbacks? It's not the
That is
quarterback. It's the
ridiculous.
coach, bro.
It's
It's
like a
the coach.
child.
How many times is how many what's the NFL record for QB switches in the season between the same two people?
It's up there. It's definitely up there.
It's
I don't
ridiculous.
I don't get it.
Be-
And I
Between
guess they both suck. You just got to stick
yeah,
with. I mean, I don't know. If I was in this situation, I'd probably play musical quarterbacks too, because
nah,
it's got to
man.
get frustrating. But you're not a good
No,
coach. So
it's not actually frustrating. It's a very simple thing. Just go with the guy who's going to get the playmakers the ball and coach the game to get your playmakers the ball, bro.
they
It's
don't call
not
the
the
plays
QB.
like
If
that.
if if you are the Atlanta Falcons and the quarterback is your problem right now, then you're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. You got Drake London, you got Bijan Robinson, you got Cordell Patterson, you got my man Kyle Pitts, you got weapons. You got guys that can get down the field and still catch the ball that we don't even know their names, but they do it every now and then. So
Yeah.
just put the guy in who's going to get the ball to them. It don't matter who it is, just because neither one of them are actually good. QB is not your problem. Coaching is your problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, like even with Bill Belichick, it's the same thing. Like, it's not the QB, bro. It's that you don't have talent on your team. The Falcons actually have talent on their team, so it makes no sense to me that they keep switching it. Like, Ritter is a gamer. Just take the ball out of his hands. Duh. We talked about game managers. Here's your game managers. These are your game managers right
Yeah,
here.
without a doubt.
Jesus Christ, man. But I wanna say that the Colts win just because I feel like the Falcons can't get out their own way. Like they came into the season easiest schedule in the NFL, and they're under 500 and still somehow finding themselves on the back end of getting into the playoffs as a division winner. This is embarrassing. So hopefully I hope they lose out so he can get fired, because apparently the voices are getting louder that he may not make it through the end of the season
If they
if they don't
just
make the
go eight
playoffs.
and nine, how can that be acceptable if they only go 8 and 9? You
Man,
know, I don't
because
get it.
people gonna run with the narrative he didn't have a good quarterback. It doesn't matter.
He's an
It
offensive
doesn't
coach.
matter.
He's supposed to figure something
Yeah.
out.
He don't get the ball to it. He's an offensive coach who don't use his weapons. He got a guy like Kyle Pitts. He'd rather have Kyle Pitts block for a double tight end reverse pass than actually throw it to Kyle Pitts in the red zone. That's what we're talking about. This is it. It's the worst coaching job in the NFL behind Staley. When you look at the talent that they've got and the production that they've gotten out of that talent, this is the worst coaching job behind Brandon Staley. I kid you not. It's terrible.
I agree 100%. So you still think it's going to be the Colts, right?
I'm just gonna go with the Colts. I don't want anything to do with the Falcons.
Seahawks and the Titans. I was listening to Chad Millman and Colin Cowherd. Colin does his Blazing Five, but then he has the guy who runs Action Network, Chad Millman. He was pretty good.
Hey,
He
actually,
has
is where I'm
him.
at, man.
Yeah, he has the. He usually tells him whether it's sharp or square, and one of the biggest ones he said was the Titans were the sharp play. How, whether you agree or not, what do you think the thinking would be behind that?
Just when they're at home, they're tough. And then Mike Vrabel, I hate him, but he's a great preparer for the game. And the Seahawks are coming off a huge win against the Eagles, so it's a definite letdown spot for a team that's been 500 at best this season. So you just got them at a really high up. So you're trying to catch them on the down end. That would be the sharp play here with the Titans, that you're catching the Seahawks on a potential letdown spot.
Yeah, I can see that, but Wichtig is not starting. Will Levis is not starting, So I'm assuming. Well, I'm not assuming. I'm assuming now. I was going to say Malik. I forgot he wasn't hurt, but I was going to assume Malik Willis is playing. But I'm assuming now that Tannehill is playing because I don't think he's even hurt. It's home. Seattle just had a really impressive win. Maybe it's a letdown spot. I guess you're supposed to play the Titans here at home, but
you're supposed to take the points for sure.
Yeah, so
and
it just seems like that Seattle might be on a roll, and they have been playing well. They competed with Dallas, so I don't know, but you're supposed to. Oh, now they're corny. You see, Richard.
Yeah, well, I mean, no, I 100% agree with them. They are some cornballs in Seattle from top to bottom. I mean, I give Geno a slight pass, but them dudes, they love to beat their chests after the fact. You can't get a peep out of them before the game, but after the game, they definitely in your ear letting you know that they get something.
They are those kind of guys, I guess. They're definitely those kind of guys. I'm gonna take the points because that's the smart thing to do. But God, y'all don't run the ball anymore. Period. I think that's really the problem with the Eagles is the running game is not what it was. And
we ain't got to the Eagles game yet, man. Come on.
I'm sorry, just chimed in. Commanders and the Jets. We're just gonna make a pick because that's horrible. Trevor Simeon's supposed to be starting, so give me the Commanders. I don't know. No, give me the Commanders plus the 3. Come on, trash. Both trash.
Give me the Commanders because Jacoby Brissett would come in and do well enough to have people say they need to get rid of Sam Howell.
That's true too. Man, I wonder if the Commanders are 0-4 against the spread in the last 4 games. I wonder how long Aaron Rodgers is going to keep coming to the games. This is their home, but is he going to keep showing up for this nonsense?
Can I pause for a second to just say this dude getting on my nerves, bro? You're not the coach. You're not the GM. Why am I still seeing reports that you want to get Devontae Adams? You want to bring the Packers to New York? Okay, fine.
But the problem with so many problems with the Packers, but he wants to bring the whole Packers to New York.
But this is what kills me, bro. Like the Jets are not a good organization in our lifetime. Honestly, they've been okay in spots, but they've never been good. You don't have to cater to Aaron Rodgers in the tail end of his career, man. Like at best, he's going to give you 1.5 years. Like, why are you tearing up your chemistry and your team to please this man? He hasn't played, and he's coming off a major injury. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. If they go out and get Devontae Adams or even try to get Devontae Adams, I hope they give up people like Sauce Gardner and those defensive players and just free them from what's about to come because this is not going to work. It's not. Yeah, it's not going to work, man. It's going to be a disaster. A disaster. Catering to this dude.
Let me jump in. When the Bucs gave their franchise over to Tom Brady, he's got 6 Super Bowls, man.
Yeah, it was worth it.
He knows how to win. Aaron Rodgers never proved he knows how to win championships. Plural.
Exactly.
Never shown he knows how to win championships.
It's mind-boggling to me. Like, and I know that's what happened. That's why I go back to my original assessment that the only reason why they're even in this position is because they didn't want to offend his ego by going out and getting somebody that could actually help them. Flacco was on the practice squad for the Browns. He could have been picked up, man. And the Browns have made a way using whatever they could, but trying to stay competitive despite their quarterback being hurt, and they find themselves in the hunt for the playoffs. There are other teams along the way. The Vikings, the same way, 7-7, have found a way to make themselves be in the hunt for a playoff position. The Jets didn't do anything. They didn't do anything to put themselves in the position to compete. And that's a travesty because of Aaron Rodgers. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. It's crazy. We pamper these guys, man. Like you said, he's not Tom Brady. I would do anything Tom Brady told me. You remember when we had the conversation when he wanted to come to the Niners? I said, give him whatever he wants. And I don't even like Tom Brady. I don't even like him. But a guy who's only won 1 Super Bowl, I'm sorry. It does not mean that much to me to try to get 1 Super Bowl and blow my entire franchise up and set them back several years. And he's going to be gone in 1.5 years.
Wasn't Jimmy G the guy where Tom Brady said, y'all keeping that MFer? Didn't he find out it was y'all and Jimmy?
Yeah. Don't remind me.
He said that about his backup. That's kind of funny.
He would know.
Yes, he would definitely know. So yeah, that's kind of funny. But yeah, y'all should have given up. But maybe you'll get there either way. And
Yeah.
I mean, you just got lucky. But
Thankfully, we didn't blow our team up. But yeah, you're right.
Packers, which terrible last two games is I don't understand what happened. They look like they were on top of the world, but they are playing a 2-12 Panthers. And the bad thing about moving to North Carolina is the local game is the Panthers. So I have to go to Red Zone on my phone and put it on TV. But you never want to see the local game because it's always the Panthers. However, the Panthers are another one of those teams where they've been heavily bet. I think it's in the 80% range, maybe more, heavily bet against. We always know when the public is heavy on something, and it happened last week too with the Panthers because they got beat. Well, no, they won. They won.
Yeah.
We go the other way. However, the Panthers really stink. And that was a miracle they won last week. Then they win 7-6, or it was 7-6 for a long time.
It wasn't a miracle, man. It's easy to beat teams that beat themselves.
Yeah. I think they figured that out too. What do you thought of Jordan Love?
I mean, he's up and down, inconsistent. This is what I expected.
Year,
not what you get. Yeah, first year, like he's looked better than I thought he would. So I feel like there's hope and potential there. He's got to get acclimated with the speed of the game. Like, Utah State is where he came from, and he's had spot starts here and there, but consistently playing the position, having to make adjustments on the fly because people are making adjustments against you. Like, all that comes into play. He's essentially in his rookie season. So I give him the same thing I give everybody else. You get 16 games, or in this case, you get 18 games. You get a full season, and then we see how you play next year. But there have been flashes of competence and playmaking brilliance, despite some really questionable decision making. So I can live with it. So I think he'll be fine. But they definitely have to get people around him to help speed up this process. And one of those people being a freaking left tackle that can actually play would really help.
Yeah. A running back they can play too, because now Aaron Jones has the injury bug.
Stays hurt, yeah.
Yeah, a big thing of what they do is to put Aaron Jones in the slot, put him out wide. So he really is kind of I'm not comparing in that way of good, but he's really good. But he's used somewhat like Kamara and White Jesus are. So that's a big loss, even though he's playing today. So give me Carolina. I might actually bet on it because it's hard to bet on a team.
No. Don't you bet on the Panthers, bro. Don't you do it. We don't bet on bad teams like that. No, if it was a spot, like something like a spot or something, like when the Cardinals hosted the Cowboys, like that's a spot you can bet a bad team on and take the points. There is no justification for messing with the team that's giving 45-cent tickets right now, man. If you don't go find something else to do with your life, it's Christmas Eve, man. Spend some time with your family. Spend some time with your family.
I'm high on the Cowboys today, so
me too.
That should make up for it. Browns and the Texans. Cleveland is favored by 3 last time I checked. This is the one I screenshotted, I believed, and verified. 80% of the tickets are on the Browns to cover the 3. 75% of the money line, 77% of the money line is on the Browns. I've always liked Case Keenum, and I don't know why. But are we gonna let it spin on Case today, baby?
No, I'm not letting it spin on Case, man. Give me the. It's crazy. I hate to back the public or mess with the public, but I just think stylistically, man, we're talking about the Texans front against the Browns defensive front. This is a game where I feel like they got to get off, man. Like the Texans, there's a lot of deficiencies in Houston's offense that CJ Stroud has made up for in his rookie season, and I think it comes to fruition today, man. Like I feel sorry for Case Keenum, actually. So I don't know.
I mean, I thought they were decent last week.
Who they play last week? Who they play last week?
I don't remember. I thought they looked decent.
It won't the number one. It won't the number one defense in the league.
Yeah, the defense makes a big difference.
There's levels for sure.
Last week, I can't even. ESPN sucks now. It's not
No,
a good app.
I got the recap up here. I found it.
Oh, who they play? Let's see.
Let's see. I can't remember either off the top of my head.
That's not
but I will hit the Google, baby.
At home.
They're 5-2
Texas
at
are 5-2
home.
at home.
That's cool.
Yeah, so
that sounds great.
They
played the Titans. Oh,
okay,
yeah, the crazy Titans.
Defense. Even I think they're
Tell her, Richard, man.
Don't worry about that.
Keenum might not finish the game, man.
We got it. We're fine. All we gotta do is block. All we gotta do is block.
yeah. You can't even say that out loud. Did you see the clip I sent you of people blocking Myles Garrett? It's just holding. Like that's all they're doing is holding him.
There's somebody else they hold that you don't bring up, but that's fine.
No. Not like that. Not like that. Like people are literally choking him as he's beating them and like pulling his jersey and everything. Like he's getting tackled sometimes. He's getting held and he's getting doubled and triple teamed at the same time. Like this isn't even Bosa level egregious. This is something else.
Let's jump to, since we got Richard on, let's not make him wait anymore. Monday Night Football. Y'all are almost favored by 6 now, but it's 5 here. Are you up to 6?
Is the Eagles at home?
Right, y'all at home. I'm talking about. Oh, I don't know why I said Eagles.
Oh yeah. I was like, why are you talking about Eagles? Yeah. Last time.
Let's go there. Hit you, Richard. Sorry, y'all not good. There's no need to talk about that. Ravens and the Niners. Where do you weigh in on the MVP debate? Since you're a Niners fan.
The MVP debate, I mean, everybody's going game by game for some reason. Like the totality of the season, bro. Like Dak Prescott is still my MVP. I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, he had a bad game last week. Well, guess what? Guess what? My man Josh Allen got a game ball, and all he did was 96 yards of offense himself. Like,
he had a bigger part of that game. I feel like when you watch that game, I mean, you watched it, but when you watch that game in the beginning, he had a big impact. Yeah. I feel like.
But I mean, I'm still
like one of those. But at the same time, he didn't do a lot of the work. But if Lamar had done that, I'm sure he had 60, 80 yards running. Lamar had done that, y'all would have shown, how good is he? I mean, I just can't give it to a 7th round pick and the last man pick. What? I know that's wrong.
Yo, that is so stupid.
Don't let me do it.
Who cares? Your hero is a 6th round pick.
Okay, but it ain't 7.
Oh my God.
It's not just 7. The last man picked. I don't know why either. I think I resent the fact that y'all picked him up.
You just don't like this. No,
because I love Kurt.
We need to stop getting credit for that. We really do. They were scouting Breece Hall.
It's luck. That's what I'm mad about.
Bama's was scouting Breece Hall, not Brock Purdy. Like they need to tell the truth on that. Like the scouts were there to look at Breece Hall, and one of them just happened to be like, "Hey, look, man. I mean, the guy's got potential. Like we should, give it a shot if he's there. As in, if he's the last pick. Come on, man. Come on."
But I do agree. You should just draft a quarterback every year. You don't know. Draft a quarterback every year. Late rounds. You don't know. It's going to be an experienced guy that knows how to run offense, or it's going to be a raw guy that maybe you can build into. You can build. You can develop. So you should always do that. I think the Ravens definitely cover the spread. I think this is a Super Bowl preview. Maybe they won't, but this is a Super Bowl preview. Yeah, they definitely should. What y'all would look so different after Justin Fields, but we're not going to.
I know. Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
The Ravens' defense is borderline historic, and then you look at, in a way, y'all is historic. But I really do think. I think y'all gonna have a hard time containing Lamar. I don't know if y'all win straight out, but Lamar. And you know how much I'm not big on him. Lamar is on a different level right now.
Right, Richard? Like, my man is a Tom Brady fan of literally Tom Brady stan and won't give Brock Purdy any credit.
And you know what's worse? My second favorite quarterback is Kurt Warner.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Now you're just a hater. Now you're just a hater.
Yes, I admitted it. Who wants to play? Who wants to admit y'all got a Tom Brady, Kurt Warner story, and y'all my rivals. I hate y'all.
Hey, look, Can you do me a favor? Can you compare this Ravens defense to the 2000 Ravens defense so I can leave this
That's an insult.
stream?
I don't even
Dog,
defense.
I can't believe
You
people
got a defensive
saying that.
guy,
That
but no.
that blows me.
I compared some stats, and I told you what the team said. I never did that.
Jesus.
Yeah, you know I'm a hater, Richard. At least I admit it. I always admit my motives. My motives are clear. My non-bias. My objectivity. But I'm not gonna be objective in this situation. I'm tired of it. And what am I gonna say? This guy must be a Niner fan. Lamar, you see him?
Yeah, that's my boy.
Well, I mean, hey, I'm not a Lamar fan, so what I'm gonna say, sir, Mr. Reed, is I'm gonna be so happy because I don't like Lamar, and hopefully the Niners have, I don't know what other word, so shot their wad to during the regular season,
blew their load
in the playoffs.
Nah, man, listen. I just want us to be healthy. We're in a good position now. Well, we don't even need to win this game for real. We can lose this game and win out and still make the number 1 seed. Thanks to the Seahawks beating the Eagles.
To lose, though. It's a big game.
It is. Yeah, it is.
mean, in the end, it doesn't matter. But
yeah, you want to keep the momentum.
It's a big game.
It's a tone setter. It really is. It's a tone setter.
Like, yeah, it is. It's a big time game.
Playoffs for them is what?
Too.
3 weeks? In like 3-4 weeks, yeah. So people gonna remember this if you really set the tone. But yeah, that 6, man. The only person who believes it is whoever set that line. Ain't no way I'm giving the Ravens 6, man.
That is a lot for the 2 best teams. I would say 2 best teams in NFL.
It's a no bet. It's a no bet for me. Yeah, it's a no bet for me. It's a no bet for me.
And y'all's home field is not something I would consider intimidating. So I just don't.
Are you speaking as just a fan or a Cowboys fan? Because Cowboy fans can't say nothing about our home field.
That game had nothing to do with home field advantage.
I was talking about Jerry's World, man. I wasn't talking about
No, we're undefeated. But yeah, I mean, I don't think that's because of the crowd, but we're undefeated.
I'm scared, Richard. I can't mess with it.
Jags and the Bucks. Hey, Baker Mayfield proving them wrong, but I guarantee you.
Proving who wrong.
But I guarantee you at some point Baker's gonna muck it up. But yeah. I'm not a hater on Baker. But I'm not even gonna do this. Corey not here, so I'm gonna do this. Now, who was the problem in Cleveland, baby? Baker just needed some structure. That's all he needed. He wasn't the problem.
Oh my God!
Beckham was running the wrong routes.
Nah.
I told you about this, man. I told you about this.
Because Odell, anyway, Odell got Lamar looking like he could actually pass the ball if we're gonna play that game.
Did the same thing for Stafford, but Stafford. I gotta apologize, Stafford.
You do.
I'll do it on another show. Stafford is Stafford's ball.
I'll accept it
without anything really. Mm-hmm. So Trevor Lawrence is going to come back. He's never missed a game, but he's got what? High ankle sprain.
A concussion.
He said my internet connection don't even agree with that statement. That's funny. Trevor's got the concussion. He's got the high ankle sprain. I don't know what else he's got. But this is a must-win spot for the Jags. They're down 3. They're not favored by 3. And then they're given 3, sorry. And then they've lost 3 in a row. Right before that game, they were, I forgot who it was on Monday Night Football, they lost to, and they gave the game away. They were 8-3, tied for the lead, or 1 game back from being on top of the AFC, and now everything's falling apart. How do you see this going?
Yeah, it's 1 now. I thought, I was about to say, I know they adjusted it when Lawrence got announced. So the Jags are favored by 1 now.
Oh, wow.
So, I mean, I didn't send it to you because I didn't know originally he was in concussion protocol, but just based off of the initial view of the game in the high roller contest, I was going Jags. So I switched it back once he got announced that he was going to play. And I'll stay there. I'll stay with the Jags. They need to win. I think Trevor Lawrence can get off against this Bucs team. I know there's a couple things that the Jags don't do well, like finish games when they're tight. But I feel like the Bucs are just one of those teams that, again, they're up, they're down. They're up, they're down. Like, there's a reason in that NFC South for sure that a lot of these teams are under 500, or I think all the teams are under 500. because they're just up and down. And I think this is a down game for the Bucks, and I like Jacksonville to win here.
I agree. Back to the desperation factor, I think it does matter a lot.
I try not to use that word.
Late in the season, that's the buzzword, desperation. So give me the Jags, especially Trevor Lawrence playing. Even if he wasn't playing, I think that Jags just got to be in a desperate fashion. The defense, the offense, too many weapons. Cardinals and the Bears. Bears favored by 4. That seems really high for a team that the Bears have led by 10 in the fourth quarter 6 times and lost 3 of the games. It's historic. You can't trust them. You better cash out if they're winning. You better cash out. The books probably won't let you do it anymore. But the Cardinals are feisty. The Cardinals are really feisty, and they're on the road. But I don't know. I that's a tough one. I think if I had to, I would pick the Cardinals.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna always take my points with the Cardinals. Again, I'll ask you the same question I ask people when we do the show from 7 to 8. What team would the Bears play that you feel like they should be favored against? Like, honestly.
I mean, the Cardinals.
By more than a field goal? Yeah, exactly, right? Like that's the kicker there. Maybe the Patriots? Yeah, maybe the Patriots. Yeah. But
who else? The Patriots at home, the Patriots.
Yeah. So you gotta look at some history here with Kyler Murray on the road. Richard posted that screenshot in our high roller group. He's 15-5-1 against the spread as a road dog. There's a reason for that. And they've played some really good teams. And the main reason for him being like that on the road is because he's a playmaker. And the Bears, for what it's worth, they lose game. They will throw a game away. So I'm going with the playmaker. Let me get the Cardinals to cover the number. But the Bears, again, in a perfect position, they can make the playoffs and get the number 1 seed. That is amazing. They're literally the definition of playing with house money.
That is crazy. Yeah, 15. We said 15-5-1 as a road underdog, and 12-9 outright, which is really impressive as a road underdog. And also, I think sometimes for Kyler, all the noise is gone on the road. There's a lot of noise when he's there. Game of the week. I don't care.
The internet's bad. He can't play. He can't play Call of Duty.
That could be it too. The real game of the week, not your sorry little game. 10-4 versus 10-4. Cowboys against the Dolphins. The Dolphins have not beaten a team over 500 all year. We beat 1. I guess you count 2 if Seattle's over 500 now.
No, y'all made them 500.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know what the record is now. I know. So that was like, come on. I told you last week that I pretty much guaranteed the Cowboys would lose because it's a bad spot. Going the other way, I know my team. I'm putting money on them this time instead of against them. I know my team. We are desperate. After we get humiliated, we play really well. Their line is missing at least 3 people today. Their defense is subpar or average at best. I do think Caleb Bland going to get burnt a couple times. He does sit on routes, and that's not the team you want to sit on routes against when they can change direction so fast. But I'm telling you, in fact, lock it up. I'm going to bring this new thing called guarantee. I guarantee the Cowboys going to win today. Mark it down. Bet the house.
I like Dallas.
Bet your babies. Bet Tristan's. Bet Tristan.
Tristan's an Eagles fan. Tristan's an Eagles fan. He ain't letting me bet nothing on the Cowboys.
Whatever, bro. Bet the college money on him. I'm telling you, we do this. Your boy is going to William & Mary. All things paid. Put the money.
What?
Put the money on it.
You said to William & Mary.
That's the most expensive school I can think of. What's the most expensive school in Virginia?
In the state, probably UVA. It's probably UVA.
That was my first thought. I don't know. William & Mary's private. I feel like it could be
or University of Richmond. I don't know. I have to double check. That's a good question.
William & Mary has that. What do you call it? It's viewed so highly, you know. So it's Richmond, but William & Mary is like national. Yeah. So how do you see it going?
Well, yeah, I agree. But my thing is, look, if you're Dallas and you lose this game, you absolutely suck, man. You absolutely suck. You've got so much film on the Dolphins offense by playing the Niners like every single year. Like, how do you not win this game? This is
team, yeah.
It's this Niners like it's the Niners
How well
without
do we do it?
yeah, but it's the Niners without the power game, which is what y'all can't really stop. So I'm like, dude, this is a perfect matchup. If you're just fast, all you have is athleticism. That's a perfect matchup for the Cowboys because that's what they do best. And I think this is a good game for Dak. Chubb is really the only one that gets pressure on them. I like to see y'all run the ball a little bit better this week, but at the end of the day, they've got matchups that they can exploit on the offensive side of the ball if you're Dallas against this Dolphins defense. And then defensively, Micah Parsons is the X factor. He should eat all day long anywhere you put him on against it. Yeah, so this is a good game for Dallas to get right. I think it's the perfect matchup between two fan bases that have heard people tell them all year they ain't played nobody. So somebody's got to play somebody today.
I know the kids, my students listen to this. Let me tell you something, Anderson. You beach bum. We're going to beat y'all. He been talking trash for 4 weeks about Miami. And I'm going to tell you, you better hope that your quarterback survives the game. That's all I'm telling you. You better hope he survives the game.
Yeah, well, just to answer Drew, we do negate Michael Parsons. We negate a lot of pass rush by our running scheme, but our running scheme is built on moving parts and powerful blockers downhill. Yeah, they don't got that in Miami. Yeah, they don't. Just same way with McVay. Like he don't run the same. For some reason, Kyle's people don't take his rushing offense.
Yeah, it's like I would say in their defense, they have the same base, but they cater to their personnel.
Yeah, Now, look, if y'all now, I'll tell you straight up, if y'all ain't covering those run lanes, if you're not being disciplined, and them Bama's hit them cutbacks, oh yeah,
Mostert.
Yeah, it's gonna be a long day.
HN is good, so yeah, it can happen. It can definitely happen. Let's do a lightning speed through this because it's almost 12. Patriots and the Broncos, 7 points for Denver. That does seem high. What do you think?
Broncos.
I don't trust any team to beat. I don't
trust
to beat anybody.
Is my man Zappy still starting?
To my knowledge, who gave up the game last week, but he's still better. I don't care. Zappy at least makes you feel like you're in the game. But Mac Jones, you don't feel like you have a chance.
Yeah, let me get Zappy.
Chiefs favored by 10 at home.
Raiders.
Raiders are playing them.
Raiders.
13.5 sacks about Max Crosby. We're not apologizing because he won't ball in that year, but he's a baller. He's not Micah. He's not Michael or TJ.
Or Bosa. Or Garrett. Or Garrett. How you gonna make the two best ones though? Who did you say first? Watt and then Micah, but you don't say Bosa and Garrett. Why you keep doing that?
It just happened. It was coincidence.
Okay, all right.
Coincidence. You knew I was gonna say Micah though. How about that? Let's see where we at. Philly and Washington. We did Commanders and Jets. That's horrible. Philly and Washington. Let me see if I can find the spread real quick.
I better not see this game be close after the kickoff. If Philly don't come out and beat the Giants,
Washington plays them tight. Washington plays them very tight. They had to come back last time.
Listen,
the Giants.
I'm sorry. Yes, the Giants.
Sorry, y'all. Giants.
If the Eagles don't beat the Giants like they stole something from them, all bets are off come postseason. Like you got to come out. Man, I don't care. He's a hot sub now. We gonna put him in the oven. Like you got to whip these dudes, man. You got to whip these dudes. But I don't know, man. It's a lot of noise in Philly. A lot of like you can tell they kind of stressed, which is odd because like you're a good team, man. Like you got to believe in the fact that you're a good team. And like Mike McDaniel said, which I thought was perfectly said by a coach, it's hard to win in the NFL. You ain't gonna win every game. That's fine. But these dudes are just like the way they're reacting to it, from the staff to the players.
It is bad. The sky is falling.
Yeah, I'm like, dude.
You still play like 5 playoff caliber teams in a row, maybe 6. Seattle's playoff caliber. So you played Dallas, Miami, Kansas City. Didn't you play Kansas City? Kansas City, Seattle, Dallas. Yeah. I mean, you played some people. So, yeah, it's fine. I think we covered all the games. Let's do your. Everybody knows my guarantee pick. Brought to you by Subway.
Oh,
Brought
man.
to you by Subway. What's your good pick of the week? Best
my
bet.
my guaranteed pick is disgusting. I'll go with the Cowboys too. I mean, I like the pick. I like a money line. They plus 115 right now. I think it's good value for a team that I think matches up well. And if y'all trick it up, I'm gonna be mad. But I'm gonna be mad because I really feel like this is a game that sets up perfectly for y'all to win.
Just going out. I want you to free Caleb Williams because if that man has to go to Chicago where quarterbacks go to die, he is gonna get more hate than like any rookie of all time. He already has a lot of haters. So if he goes to Chicago and he fails, and then the other end, I never disliked Justin Fields. It was just Chicago fans. If he does succeed, it's gonna make Justin Fields look bad. So free both of them.
There's zero chance that he will be successful. Zero chance.
Yeah, in Chicago, it's not
Yeah,
happening.
because they're trying to keep the coach who's already shown you that he ain't a good coach. Like, this is crazy. He ain't a quarterback whisperer or anything like that. Like, why would you keep him? Like, free the Atlanta Falcons fans, man, from their misery. Yo. Like, what is going on down there?
Listen to me closely. Listen to me and listen to me closely. They deserve every minute of it.
Oh, nobody deserves this, though, man.
Every minute. Your tears are delicious. The whiniest fan base I ever seen. You got the nerve to be mad at Matt Ryan and Shanahan, and you've never had, I don't care what they lost, you've never had anything close to that, and you never will again. So,
yeah, God,
y'all
this it is painful. It is really painful. And yes, like he would say, I'm not there. I am not there in their playbook or their coaching meetings or anything like that. But there are just fundamental flaws in his approach to the game that makes me think that he literally doesn't know what he's doing. Like, he doesn't know. He doesn't know. So whatever. Free them. And can I sidebar real quick? Free college football fans from these casuals who keep saying that NIL is ruining their college football experience. Shut up. What? Shut up.
It's not a casual. It's older. Well, older white men usually, but it's older everybody. Yeah, really. A lot of it when I see. But anyway, we'll talk forever. Let's sign out.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, click like on YouTube. Do all you can to support the gram, support the show. Have a great football.
The gram.
The gram. Do it for the gram.
Is that why you cut